Let's look at this is Adam Schein's top defenses in 2022, NFL.com. Number one defense he has is the San Francisco 49ers. Number two, the Bills. Number three, the Packers. He's got the Browns at number 9. Browns are going to need their defense to take over and win games during Watson's 11-game suspension, and this unit is capable of doing exactly that. Last year they were a top 5 at the back half of the year, so 9 seems a little low. I mean, I have questions about the defensive tackles, without question. And based on the way that, and I know the starters weren't there, but based on the way the Eagles ran the ball, it's kind of like, eesh, I hope that is not, I hope that's a one-off and not a trend.
Yeah, me too, Dave. Really interesting stuff with Perrion Winfrey, too. Listed as a starter, doesn't start. Roderick Perry starts. They bring him in right to start the second quarter. And then he actually plays the entire game. They even have him in the fourth quarter, which doesn't bode well for a guy who you think that was going to contribute, right? Maybe they think he needs the reps, but he kind of got manhandled a little bit as well when he was in there. So interesting. Keep an eye on the Perrion Winfrey situation. I was hoping he could contribute there a little bit. Overall, defensively, though, Dave, I think they are a top 5 defense. These guys are almost all back, secondary-wise, linebackers, the edges, all back in this scheme for the second or third year. And from all accounts, they are getting it. They are comfortable in it. They're playing fast. I expect them to be really good. And truthfully, they're going to have to be really good to stay around 500 for 11 games and stay in this thing. So complementary football, right? You need Brissett to be a game manager, pick his spots, lean on the run game some, and get really good defense, a top 5 defense. And they're totally capable of it. We saw it at the end of last year, and I expect them to be better this year. They are so deep at corner, great safeties, great edges, all the prime spots of a defense you need to be good. So I expect this defense to be good, and they need to turn people over, Dave. They need to turn people over and create scoring opportunities for this offense that's probably going to be on the lower half of a scoring team with Brissett, at least Brissett leading the team. So the first 11 games.
That secondary, they keep rolling out guys that can play, and it's like, they're going to have some tough decisions as to who to keep 53-man roster with that secondary.
Definitely, and it's almost to a point where they might have a couple guys that you could dangle out there and see what you could get in return for if you're going to plan on cutting them. They can't keep all of them, but they're super deep at corner, and they have some guys that have shined here even just this year in the offseason. So doing a great job at developing and drafting that position. So good for them, and it's going to be super important against the wide receivers over in Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Not so much Baltimore.